Quality, we mean these are people who are able to publish in refereed journals. They're internationally reputed scholars.
I doubt that all our lecturers are at that level, but then there is a need for universities because of the number of young people that need to make it to tertiary.
But university is not supposed to be a senior high school. It is supposed to be more than a senior high school, where it's university are institutions of research. There is no other institution in the country that is dedicated to research. The search for knowledge to inform industry, to inform business, to drive, development and so on. So it's a university, and if you don't have lecturers or professors who can do research and publish their finding, then internally we have a problem. Internationally, you cannot put the stamp on of the country among nations if your professors and your researchers are not among the top.
Even competition-wise.
Competition-wise, then we will not be having. If you go to countries like South Africa, for example, every year you paid over and above your salary an amount that goes to what you have published. If you publish an article, I think you're given about the equivalent of about 100,000 Kenya shillings every year. So that is facing. So it's not just about vetting the lecturers, it's also looking for incentives that are going to make them do the other thing they are supposed to do, which is research.
Dr. Odhiambo, what do you think of this development in the education ministry?
Thank you very much, and good morning, viewers. I think I wouldn't want to call this a shocker per se, because as a strategist and a business manager, I believe in reviewing processes for improvements. The Japanese advance a theory called Kaizen, where you always keep bettering your best. I believe, being a university don myself until the very recent past, the universities have done a good job in Kenya, and this exponential expansion was occasioned by the need to make higher education accessible, and that's why we have as many colleges in the villages, because earlier on we had only Nairobi, Kenyatta, Moi,
and if you don't make it
from and also from the distances Kenyans come from, it is punitive sometimes to have a student all the way from Turkana, Mandera or Migori to come to Nairobi to get a place to live. And so with that need, there was a need to actually bring the university closer to the society, which is a good idea. However, we cannot rule out the issues of quality and relevance that Professor has alluded to. So I think, to me, a nation that progresses must always look and relook at what they are doing, and therefore I think what Professor Magoha is attesting to do should not be really taken negatively as though there is some attack on particular individuals, but it should be seen as a means to simply review what we have. In fact, what I believe, in some cases it may be seen like maybe some people would be sacked, but if they do the review and they find all these people unnecessary actually to be there, then they would be there. And therefore I think we should accept and support and see what exactly do we get out of here. We have had the issue of quality has been a big problem.
This is true.
Sorry to say, but allow me to say this. Being a linguist, even in languages, I think we have failed. In Kenya, we have proudly said, I can be able to. This is unacceptable.
Simple
such expressions like in matters development, matters of development, or development matters. These are small things that show some sort of decadence in what we are actually churning out of the university. You tell a graduate, please write an application letter, you'll be shocked. And these are the issues that we must address, and I think I would ascribe to the college of wanting to get the best. And as he has said, why do we really have universities? We are supposed to be creators of knowledge, innovators, come up with innovative ideas and solutions to societal problems, especially socio-economic problems. When we are talking of graduates out there and they cannot get jobs, what is the issue? Do we get graduates who can use that knowledge and the skill that they have acquired from the university to create their own jobs? I think this is what is at stake. And I would want to urge Kenyans to take some of these moves positively.
Yeah.
I think we are in an era where Kenya should actually be walking on its 2 feet and not depending on other nations.
Well, change is not always easy, and of course I would predict that there might be some friction when it comes to enacting these sort of reforms in the next 84 days, as
Definitely.
they say. Yeah. Honorable Kositan, we were given a list of some courses that are being given in some of our universities. They were talking of degrees in matters and not limited to even air conditioning. You know, Kenya is not very big in air conditioning. So there's the question of quality still comes into play. What do you think about this development?
Well, what I think, first of all, I think the headline is scary. It's not even a shocker. It is scary to those who are currently going through the courses that are targeted here.
Right.
And if I were Professor Magoha, I would not at first let this out before detailed consultation has taken place within the universities, have the lecturers union involved, and all the stakeholders, so that by the time you're letting out such a information, then you have gotten a roadmap on exactly how you're going to do it, who it's going to affect and all. But when you come and say that we are not like air conditioning courses, we are not training people to get jobs in Kenya. We are training people to go out in the world and we want to export the human resource.
Right.
So let us train people and also look at the outside market. What jobs are there that our Kenyans can do? And that is how we should actually focus on, so that we don't limit ourselves to creating jobs, or rather training people to look for jobs within Kenya. We don't even have those jobs anyway. So let us expand, and I want this should be looked at very critically, because you can see that every time we have a new Minister for Education, he comes up with his own ideas. And wants to outshine the other, or rather, maybe not really in that term, but they really want to come out to be seen to be performing. So we need to have a clear roadmap. Let us deal with education matters once and for all, so that whenever we have a new person in the office, there are no changes.